So you just need to remove this, undo the screw, door comes off, just slide it back and it comes right off. And that's the housing for the light bulb. Those two screws just come out. And you pull this handle and it comes straight back. There's your part number that you're going to be ordering. Search for your light bulb, or you can get the whole housing. Alright, let's get this replaced. Now that you have the unit out, you're going to want to remove the screws for this housing. One right here, one right here. And this whole thing just slides straight out. One step before that though is you don't want to take the handle out. You just bend this little wall out, it comes right off. Now what you'll do is you'll take off the nut here, these screws. It's pretty self-explanatory. The old bulb you can touch with your hands. The new one you do not want to get any of your hand greases or anything like that on it, because it will immediately pop the bulb or shorten the life by a lot. Let's get this one out of here. Just keep where the wires are going, make sure they're in the same spot afterwards as well. So this one crisscrosses, so. Got the pliers, let's go ahead and just take that right off. Just glue the element. It's been about 10 years that this one did really good. So I went ahead and ordered another Phillips bulb rather than the OEM. See how it works. Let's go get the other bulb. Okay, we have the new bulb, and I'm just going to use a rag. A lot of guys use the rubber gloves, and just so they have more dexterity when they're doing their work. This will work just fine for me. We'll see if I don't drop it. Looking good so far. Line this up. Go. Screw it back in. This is where having gloves would actually be helpful. We'll get the screws in. I'm not going to tighten them down until I get all 3 screws in. Just so I make sure it's held down squarely. just hand tight. You don't want to rip these out. So now we'll go ahead and put everything back together. It's a pretty simple job. You shouldn't have to take this in to get repaired. Careful, this is glass. You gotta remember that. You don't want to crank down too hard and twist things off. Alright, I think we got it nice and snug. Almost done. That's how simple this is. No brainer. Put your guard back on. And then when you're sliding it back in, just make sure you don't slice the wires you've readjusted. Okay. That. There we are. Screw it back on to secure it. Put your handle back in. We're ready to rock it. Let's go back onto the TV and put this thing in there. Okay, here we are back at the TV. I'm going to take this and put it back in. This might be a little tricky with the camera. I'm trying to hold on to that. There's some little runners down there. Hopefully we get lucky and get it first try. I think we're good. So now we're going to go ahead and get the screwdriver and screw those back in. Okay. And now we're just going to put the door back on. What you want to do is have this just back a little bit, get it into the notch, and then push it forward. And that's all you need to do with this TV. And replace your little cap for decorative. And that will do it. Alright, so now we got the final test is turn the power on. Bingo bango. Fixed it. You could do it too.